Alright guys, so we're gonna do these intros first, get the sounds on, all that good stuff. Spawning here in the bottom left corner of the map, it's currently 2-1 against him. It's the blue Protoss Patience, who's apparently playing with like 500 ping, by the way.
Oh. On the top left as the teal Zerg, it's life.
Cool. And cameras on the sign grab, guys, so be right. Well, Targa.
It's Targa.
Yeah,
crap. He finally got me with his name. Doing so well before that. No, this is definitely Targa, not life, despite the conspiracy theories. Just Targa. He's up 2-1 though, so he's looking pretty impressive. Again, Protoss just having a tough time, but there's also just those weird games. There's an all-in, there was a macro, proxy hatch rather, and he definitely has a lot of builds to use. Now we're at Iron Fortress, which is a hard enough map in Heart of the Swarm for Protoss to get a third base here or here. But then match that up with what we've seen Page have to deal with in the late game, mid game, you know, those lurker pushes, roach hydras in general, and it's not looking so hot. The best thing I think Patience could really do is just try and do that Immortal Adeptus all-in again. It was something that he relied on earlier on in this league to get him just barely winning an ace match, I believe, like a 3-2. And as this is, what round was it? I had it up. I did, maybe I don't. It's the round of 9. It's one of the round of 9 matches, alright. So this is the week 9, I believe. So this is pretty up to date. That suddenly these matches, as we get later on, are going to matter more and more. Of course, we don't know exactly how much they matter. Patience could be at the very top for all we really know. We've missed quite a lot of matches. Or it could be in the very bottom. And no matter how many wins, it's not going to help him out here. But that's not to really be determined for another week or two, I would think. Then we might start seeing problems like, I don't know if there's any incentive beyond reaching a certain, like, you know, number 6 or number 7 in the rankings to continue playing out your matches, or how that really works. Because in the past, that's been not so great, you know, not to bring up Nanu while pulling the probes, but that's probably the best example of, you know, useless matches not being taken seriously. So hopefully they have something in set there that, you know, doesn't let that happen. Or, honestly, the players are just cool enough to show us some real show matches at that point. This is Legacy of the Void, and despite having 12 weeks of Legacy of the Void matches, over 600 games, apparently, maybe 900 depending on how many of them were like 3-2s. We still don't know a lot about Legacy of the Void. Protoss is still pretty... who knows what they want to do. I mean, it's 9 weeks in, and we're not seeing too much variety. We're still seeing experimentation and people still trying things that sound good or look good, but aren't really perfected. And I like the looks of this Robo coming out pretty early. Like I said, I think his one chance to bring it back to the ace match is to go for the Immortal Adept. And that sets it up. I'm just saying, it sets it up. I think people did try and open up Immortal just in general as like a composition in the beginning of Legacy of the Void, because they really wanted to, well, first they had to deal with Ravagers, and that made sense, and then they wanted to experiment with Barrier, and that did not end up working out. Roach Hydra would still overwhelm you. Doesn't look like he's gonna take a third. A lot of gateways going in the back here. I do like this choice. I mean, I would love to be like Patience, this great macro, like he's a really solid player. He is, but just not in Legacy of the Void. No one is really sure that, you know, this at this time is exactly what I need to beat this attack. Like, that stuff isn't really figured out, and it might be impossible for all we know. You know, like, if Protoss is still struggling by the time beta's over and they're announcing it, then maybe they really do need a buff here and there, right? Maybe it's not the Protoss players' faults and their inability to adapt. Maybe it's really the units. But the Emotos are coming out. Targa, Targa, I think he knows what's up. I think he does. So he sees a Robo and some gateways and nothing much else, but honestly seeing the Robo is usually enough anyways. That going for Spire is going to basically a hard counter what Patience is doing, depending on how many meters he can get out. So the Spire and Color Wall does have to go down. I mean, the attack's happening right now, and he needs to buy more time for the Spire to finish. It's not even halfway done. If he can get 12 plus meters, I think that he wins. If you can only get 6 Stalkers are warped in, and that's good enough to deal with it. And that's, you know, that's Patience winning and taking to the ace match. Targa has an opportunity to just end it here, going to the next series. But it's definitely, it's all about the timing here. Patience is, of course, going to be a little hesitant. He's like, where is everything? Okay, there's no third base, so what do you have in your natural? A lot of spine crawlers. Adepts take a lot of hits. Immortals have barrier, and they rip through spine crawlers. So this can buy any time at all, then it's worth it. Lily's gonna come in and try and buy just a little bit more time. A couple of adepts are starting to go down. The queen doesn't want to start targeting down the mothership or the warp prism now that's up here. But all the spine crawlers are dead. This last one's gonna go down. Only 2 mutas. I don't think that's enough. Targa, is he at a larva? Oh, he's at a larva! Oh no! Oh, he took the queens too quickly away from their hatcheries, I guess. He could have 6 more mutas, and I think he'll deal with this. But it looks like Patient has caught on to what Targa is buying time for. He's buying time for mutas. There's at least muta to confirm his fears, so he's warping in stalkers. I think the production of Patience building stalkers is going to win out versus Targa's production of mutas. It's really super close, but that larva, man. Oh god. GG. Ace match it is.
Nice.
Hello.
Sorry, I got back at just the